welcome to Merlin's Ears. Today we've come back to Warwick Castle and we're here today to see the return of the Trebuchet, the Legend of the Trebuchet show. It came back about 2 weeks ago, so we're really looking forward to seeing that. As well as that, we're going to see their Birds of Prey show, the Falconers Quest, which is the largest Birds of Prey show in the UK. We have seen it before, but it's absolutely fantastic, so we'll try and get some good footage of that for you as well. In the meantime, we've got what feels like a couple of mile trek to actually get to the castle, so we've had to park in the overflow in the field. I'm just going to flip the camera around now and show you, because it's not ideal, to be honest. Not a great start to the day. Look at the state of this. Look, it's like parking on swampland. And just give you an idea, this is how far away we've had to park from the castle. This is like the overflow field. We've got to go all the way up to that, sort of, over to those trees, and then we've got another probably about 5 or 10 minute walk to the castle from here. Not ideal. So after walking for about 5 minutes or so, we're just approaching the main car park. We thought we were in the overflow because it was busy, but it seems like they're doing some kind of building work here. We're nearly to the castle, but just so you know, the last bit of the walk to the castle from the car park is uphill. And we've already been walking about 10 minutes. My God, definitely given me a workout already this morning. So after a 15-minute walk from the car, and bearing in mind we do walk quite fast as well, we're finally here at the castle. So we just cleared bag search and had our passes checked. And just to give you an idea, these are the show times and the opening hours for today. So usually our first stop is the Horrible Histories Maze, which is just through here on the left. Harry takes great pleasure in losing me in there. But since the first Trebuchet show is at 11 o'clock, we're going to head straight into the castle, go over to the main field and get ourselves a spot for the show. So we've made it to the viewing area for the Trebuchet show, but it's been raining overnight, and the only seating area is all the way over there, which is actually the seating area for Falconers Quest, and we're not going to get a good view from there. We don't want to get soggy, muddy bottoms, so we're just going to stay at the top here and hopefully we should get a decent enough view.
Greetings, people of Warwick. My name's Sam, and I have a story to tell you. A story of how a ragtag bunch of peasants banded together to save our castle from attack. I give you the legend of the Trebuchet! The 15th of April, 1470 started off as just a normal day, with folks going about their business as usual. See over there? That's Thomas. He's one of our local farmers. Greetings, Thomas! Greetings! And over there is Clem. Clem, who's one of our castle cooks. G'day, Clem!
Oh, I can't stop, Sam. I need turning.
And over there is Mel. Mel is also a farmer, but not like Thomas. Mel is a gong farmer. He looks after the castle toilets. Greetings, Mel!
Sam, I've lost me bucket. Have you seen me bucket?
Is this your bucket?
Oh. Yeah, that's it.
Well, keep it away from my daddy.
Sorry.
Oh, and over there are the magnificent minstrels. They like to come down from the river to practice. Who's there? Cannon fire!
You're under attack!
Everyone is fighting for the throne of England.
How do you know they're Yorkists?
They're flying the sun in splendour. Edward's banner. They're going to attack the castle.
We could have run away, but I had an idea. Oi! We need to keep the Yorkists at bay until the Earl and our soldiers get back.
How?
We're going to unleash the bear.
We haven't got a bear. There's the bear.
That's right, I'm talking about Ursa. Ursa, the Latin for bear. We'll shoot Ursa. She stands at over 60 feet tall and weighs over 22 tons. Listen, if we shoot her, it will give us a chance to keep the Yorkists at bay until the Earl and our soldiers return. I need all of you. Now, are you with me?
Aye!
And are you with me? Then let's unleash Ursa. You can't shoot a trebuchet without winders. They need to get in the wheels that my grandfather called squirrel wheels, and bring the throwing arm down.
We need to work fast!
Over the years, siege engines have got bigger because castles have got bigger. It can take months or years to defeat a castle. But if you have a trebuchet shooting massive rocks, you have a good chance of smashing down walls. Anyone defending a castle and sees a siege engine the size of Ursa will lose heart and more likely surrender. That is the power of the trebuchet.
Take
Cannons have become the new siege engines. They can shoot and move quicker than a trebuchet.
Now listen, you two. Those Yorkists, they've got spies out there. And I want those spies to see that we, the castle's first line of defense, we're fearless. What are we? Fearless!
How can you distract that cannon?
No! Draw! Loose! Ooh, you did it, Harold! Now don't be firing that cannon again! Let's do some shoot! Oh, that's
We still need time to load that cannon. See that rope on the top of the throwing arm? It runs through a pulley and wraps itself around the axle that joins the two wheels. As the winders walk, they're putting the arm down into its throwing position, which raises a huge oak box that's filled with rocks. It means our winders are lifting about 7 tons. Let's give our winders some encouragement. After 3, give them a big cheer. 1, 2, 3. And again. 1, 2, 3.
Watch out!
Has anyone fired a cannon before?
Oh yes! All we need is a cannonball and some black powder.
Oh, here's a cannonball.
Oh look, it's a black powder. Oh, in that case, all we need is a ramrod. Load the shots.
Loading. Shut.
Ram the shots. Ramming shot.
Oh!
Listen up, Yorkies! Big trouble coming your way! In 3, 2, 1, fire! Take it!
Leave us alone!
Thomas, prepare the rock!
Prepare the mighty rock!
Peasants of Warwick, I am Sir John Woodville, loyal servant of King Edward. I have a message for the Earl of Warwick. Where is the traitor?
The Earl and hundreds of our soldiers,
Thousands!
thousands of our soldiers are about to rush from the castle and drive you from our lands. Trebuchet will unleash her power upon the enemy. News of this day will spread across the kingdom as a warning to all those who try to take our land. Trebuchet Master, prepare to launch!
Prepare to launch!
Launch what? A mighty rock that will smash your mighty cannon to pieces.
Chain removed! Pin removed!
Right, quiet everyone. Before we can shoot her, we have to hear Thomas say the words, Trebuchet live.
Trebuchet live!
Right. 10, 9,
8, 7,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lose!
Hammer cannon!
Listen! The Earl and our soldiers are returning!
About time.
Oh, and look, those Yorkshire soldiers are running away!
Peasants of Warwick, I commend your courage defending the castle, but sound the retreat!
Give yourself a huge cheer. Please, give a round of applause for the Yorkists, for Harold, for Mel, and for Claire. But please, let's not forget those who made this triumph possible. Giving them a huge cheer for Thomas, our Trebuchet master, and the Winders, the magnificent minstrels. I said I would tell you a story of how a ragtag bunch of peasants banded together to save our castle. Well now, you've been a part of that story. You've been a part of that legend. The legend of the Trebuchet!
Well, rookie error when we were watching the Trebuchet show, right at the crucial moment before they're about to fire the Trebuchet, my memory card on the camera flashed up full and the camera switched off, so I had to film the last bit on my phone, so I hope that that bit of footage at the end's okay. So in the meantime we just had a quick look around. I think it's called the Peacock Gardens just behind me there, while I was frantically trying to delete old footage. So now I'm back on the camera and hopefully it's going to last for the rest of the trip, but note to self, check memory card before you go on a little adventure. But the Trebuchet show, fantastic. So obviously the Trebuchet's been rebuilt, so it is a new Trebuchet, but obviously the firing of it aspect doesn't really change. I mean, you can't really change how you fire a Trebuchet, but they've added loads more aspects to the show, so they've got more live actors, tells a bit more of a story, and there's more special effects, so when like the cannons go off and then when they're under attack there's sort of like fire and everything. So it's really, really cool to see. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And now we've done the Peacock Garden, I've put a little bit of a montage together of that, so I hope you like that. But I think we're going to head back over to the sort of the main arena area and see if we can catch the Bird of Prey show.
Many of my countrymen believe barns bring good fortune, and having to bring these. Huge, sturdy bird was a Steller's eagle. The bird they strike a target. On top of each other, but it looks like Poppy was amazed to know Andy she's along coastlines. They are not natural hunters.
Well, the Bird of Prey show, the Falconers Quest, never ceases to amaze me. I absolutely love seeing that show, and I always get really emotional at the end when they release all the birds up and they play all that powerful music. I didn't film the whole show this time, so I have filmed it before, and I'll leave a link to that vlog here if you want to see the whole Falconers Quest show. One thing to say though, you do need to try and get there early if you want to get a space on the benches, but it's not essential. If you want to get sat on the benches, get there probably about half hour beforehand, but there's no bad spot to see that show because it's all set on a slope and the birds are just flying it all around you anyway. So yeah, it was absolutely fantastic, loved it. We come back to the main sort of area of the castle now. I think we're going to go up the fortress just behind me here. Maybe try Guy's Tower, but I'm not sure if my knees are going to hold out, to be honest. So the Conquerors Fortress is something we don't usually do when we're at Warwick, but because I've got a bit of a knee injury at the moment, I'm not sure I'm going to brave the Guy's Tower. So I thought we'd have a look up here and see the views from the fortress instead. I've lost Harry and Neil again. They've literally just speed walked up here and left me miles behind. I wasn't expecting there to be quite so many steps. I thought it was going to be a ramp. There's some great views from the fortress. You can see the other side of the castle. You get to see down below there where the Trebuchet is, and that's the War of the Roses arena, which comes back to Warwick in May, I believe. So Harry's made an executive decision. We're not going to do Guy's Tower today because, I mean, I don't think I'm going to be able to manage 300 steps with my bad knees. But the other problem is you can't just go up that tower straight back down. You've got to go all the way along here, all the way along here, up that tower and down again to get out, and it can take a bit of time. So I think we might just do the time tower and then maybe have a look inside the main building just there.
Greetings, warriors. I am Princess Ethelfleda. I laid the foundations of Warwick Castle over 1,000 years ago.
Next up, the Great Hall. More stairs. Why does there have to be more stairs? This room is entirely covered with tapestries. This particular one's got a perspex screen in front of it to stop people from touching. But I've just read on one of the little information boards, apparently they used to cover these with urine to protect the colours from rubbing, so not sure I'd want to touch it anyway if it's covered in urine. So this room here is the armoury passageway, which apparently was once used by servants to bypass the staterooms, which explains why it's not quite as grand as the rest of the castle. I don't know why, but there's something seriously creepy about this mirror. Not just my reflection, but just when you look down it just looks like it's a bit of a haunted corridor. I don't like it. Doesn't get much better when you look this way either, to be fair. So Harry's just said he wants to give the castle dungeon a go. It's not included in our Merlin pass, but we do get it for, I think we pay £5, where it's £10 for regular guests. Harry's brave enough. I'm not quite sure I'm ready for it yet, but maybe we'll come back at Halloween and give it a go. Well, now there's talk of us not only doing the castle dungeon, but Harry wants to brave the London dungeons. Great! Neil's now got it in his head that we're going to go up and do a whole day at the South Bank, so that we'll start off at the dungeons. So I'll have to face my fears. Then we'll maybe take Neil onto the London Eye, face his fear of heights. He's shaking his head, but I'm going to make him do it if I have to do the dungeons. And then we'll go into Shrek's London Adventure just to kind of reset ourselves and just have a bit of a chill time. Well, this truly is a momentous occasion. We have just walked past the Horrible Histories maze for the first time ever, and Harry doesn't want to go in there. I mean, I'm a bit relieved because I always get lost in there anyway, but I'm also a little bit sad because that just means that Harry is getting to that next stage in life where he doesn't even want to do mazes anymore. I mean, he's approaching 13 in September, and yeah, losing my baby boy for sure. But if you do want to see the Horrible Histories maze, we do have quite a few Warwick Castle vlogs, which includes the maze, the Birds of Prey show, the Time Tower, sort of in more detail. So if you want to see those, we'll put a link to the playlist at the end of this vlog for you. Well, we've completed the castle, now it is time for the gift shop. You can come in here and kit out all your knights. Harry's demonstrating the swords. There's all kinds of shields here. Oh, and of course they're not forgetting the princesses. And because they're working in affiliation with Zog, there's loads of sort of Zog books, puzzles and plushes. Even the adults find something to do in this gift shop. Hey, Neil? That's a very, very cute little Warwick Castle stuffed toy for £16. Neil is teasing Harry with a stuffed peacock because he's a little bit scared of them. Of course, I'm naturally drawn to the Warwick Castle mug, which is £10. Oh, I do like this peacock clip though, that would look quite nice on a Christmas tree. These goblets and tankards are kind of giving me Game of Thrones vibes, especially that. You can even get traditional mead in honey and rhubarb flavour for just £13. Oh, they've got chilli flavoured one down there as well. I'm not quite sure about that one. Talking of Game of Thrones, they've got all of these figures in the sale section. Well, that's the gift shop complete without any purchases, an absolute miracle. But we've had a really lovely day at Warwick. It's I think it's only like 2 o'clock now. We've not been here very long, but we managed to get everything done. Surprisingly quiet. We were lucky to get a good spot for the Trebuchet show and the Birds of Prey, the Falconers Quest, so thoroughly enjoyed those. It's been a pretty chill day, to be honest, so yeah, we've had a lovely time. Thank you so much for joining us on this adventure, and we'll see you again soon. Bye!